What is up, everybody? This is Mark the Mike, and this is another episode of Shell Shock Podcast by Red Second Link. I'm Mark the Mike. I'm joined by my partner, Tenacious T,
Yes, I
Toxic Wop,
am in the building, bro. I am in the building.
the man with many names.
Yeah, Tatsukuwa,
Hey,
just
asshole.
basically, I usually get called that probably more than anything in the world. You know what I mean?
But we are back
But
with Shell Shock Podcast, and we'll be reviewing the final season of the 2003 series, TMNT Back to the Sewer.
it's kind of bittersweet, man. I actually really enjoyed this season.
Yeah,
I mean, the show in general, but I am also very excited to seal the deal on this and then venture off into the next one
yeah,
because I know for a fact the next one is pretty dope.
yeah. So this is the season 7 overview. I'll just read this real fast because this will give you a time frame when this came out. So this is the 7th season, the final season of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, titled "Back to the Sewer." Aired on Saturday mornings on CW for Kids on CW Network from 2008 to 2010. With this season, the show moved to Fox Kids TV lineup to the CW. So we went from Fox to CW. And I think that's when Saturday morning cartoons finally did a kaput and they stopped doing the kids WB as well.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know that. So.
Yeah. So this is like one of the final cartoons they had on that CW time slot Saturday mornings.
See, the only bit of this show that I actually knew of at that time was the video game, which to me that video game is one of the best Ninja Turtle games ever.
And that was not even based off of this one particularly. It was based off the lost season, the one you're talking
The
about.
Lost,
Yeah,
the Lost Years.
yeah, the lost season of the sea. That's what that game is based on.
Yes, but it's still part
Yeah, it's
of
part of the series.
its Turtles. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So I
Um.
wasn't wrong.
No, you're not wrong. Um. So we got a different art style. They kind of went more anime-ish with this one. You see the eyeballs of the turtles, but still kind of the blocky style. So you kind of still know it's from the 2003 series, but it went more, I think, simple based and more cartoony.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely I didn't even put that together, but it definitely did have an anime feel to it, like an early stage Dragon Ball Z kind of look.
Yeah.
But overall, it looked good, and like the whole concept of what they were trying to accomplish with the show, I thought was good.
Yep.
I felt like that was the beginning stages. So 2008. So this was when this aired, right?
Yeah.
2008 started in 2003, aired in 2008. It's like we already had the CG generation coming out, and I feel like the animation world was trying to catch up,
Yeah.
you know. But yeah, that's what from I wasn't really watching cartoons at that time,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So
It's understandable, but it's also like you saw a lot of influences, like because Pokemon was big during the time, so a lot of the going more anime-ish, like yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh, yeah, Pokemon, Jackie Chan Adventures kind of went into an anime-ish style. The Batman went into an anime-ish style, so like there a lot of people was catching up in that style of art.
yeah, was Dragon Ball out around this time?
Dragon Ball
Because I don't
Z,
know,
Dragon Ball.
I don't know anything
So
about it. So
Dragon Ball Z in America is newer than when it is in Japan, but Dragon Ball Z, I'll say like early 98, 97, it started showing up on TV. Toonami didn't start using it until like the 2000s, 2001, 2002.
okay, so over here was just mostly like Pokemon, like was going
Yeah,
hard.
Dragon Ball. No, actually, Dragon Ball was on air. It just wasn't like popular as it is now. Like it used to show like at 5 in the morning, like Sailor Moon did.
Okay, like Sailor Moon.
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah. Like
I
it showed
I
like
am aware of Sailor Moon a
yeah.
little bit, so
So that's where Dragon Ball Z originated. Because I remember seeing it, Dragon Ball, and that's like it came on like early '80s, like late
yeah.
'80s and
I
stuff.
remember. like late '90s Dragon Ball, but like I don't think it was like popular like amongst my social groups or anything like
Yeah.
that. You know, so
All
it's the only
right.
reason why I asked.
Yeah, it's all good. All right. So the synopsis of this season. I'll read it real fast. Uh, details. Nope, that's not it. Anyway, pretty much our first episode pretty much it goes into where it was at before this season was back to back fast forward. So they went to the
Yeah.
future. This one they coming back to the past. Tempest Fugit. When the time window is finally repaired, the turtles enter it into it, head home. But instead of finding themselves back in the lair, our heroes find themselves in Viral.
Yo, like Viral is pretty sadistic. I wish like she was utilized more in this
Yeah,
season. You know what I mean? Like I really do. Like I didn't remember her at first because it's been a while since we casted because we had a lot of life stuff going
yeah,
on.
yeah,
But like seeing her was just like, yo, she could have went rampaging through like the Millennium time. You know what I mean? In
yeah.
2008, like she could have done some real serious stuff.
Yep.
And I wasn't expecting for her to kind of be as short lived as she was.
Yeah, I thought she would come back later on.
Yeah, but she never did.
Um,
So,
episode two.
episode 2, Karate School. The turtles are reunited with Casey and April. Casey is brainwashed by his new martial arts instructor. This is just a classic episode of in every single show of Ninja Turtles. I'm pretty sure there is an episode where somebody gets brainwashed, doesn't know what they're doing, tries to take out the turtles, and the turtles just redeem themselves.
Yep, it's
It's
cool.
it's a tale as old as time when it
Yes.
comes to the turtles,
Uh,
especially in the '88 show.
yeah, like it was like every other episode.
Yeah, straight up.
You're an alien. Aliens exist.
Yeah, haven't you seen every other episode before this? There's aliens everywhere.
Yeah.
Pretty sure Krang is an alien.
I actually the second next episode I actually really dug because it was like very Tronish, and this is something wicked. Something wicked. The turtles journey into the cyberspace as cybernauts on a mission to save as much of Master Splinter as they can find. But they find far more than they're ready for. The Shredder, born again in the digital realm. It reminded me of
Where'd you read that from?
Superhuman Samurai.
Where did you read that from?
I got it. I'm on Prime.
Oh, okay. Because I'm like, wow, my synopsis is not what you're reading over there. But you know, to explain what you call it, as the turtles were finally coming back from the future, what was her name?
uh,
Voltix?
yeah, Voltex.
Voltec?
Yeah,
She shot a beam at the turtles to try and stop them before they got home, and Splinter dematerialized. So, it's important to say that because, like, we just read the synopsis, and I just remembered, like, holy shit, the whole season is literally trying to find Splinter pieces in the cyber world.
he's on
Not to
Impact.
mention, what we didn't know is that Shredder is back,
Yeah,
and he actually isn't back because he's still banished on that asteroid.
yeah,
But he uploaded his consciousness into the cyber world, and Valtrix was Power Rangers. Voltax or whatever her name is. She tried to manipulate the thing that Shredder was in, and
yeah,
then Shredder just basically turned into a bigger virus than her
yeah.
and took over her being and reassembled himself.
Yep, yep. It was
You know
cool
what I mean?
too. It was cool segments. I actually liked the digital suits and shit. I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah. You know what? I realized while watching the show, um, what you call it? Doesn't the foot soldier like the logo, Shredder's logo, look like a middle finger?
It does. It does. It does.
It really does. Like I kept looking at it, like yo, he's just flicking them all
There you go.
off. Like fuck you, turtles, I'm coming for you.
All right.
I just thought that was funny.
Yeah.
All right,
Episode 4.
episode 4. I don't have the longer synopsis that this gentleman has, but the episode 4, the engagement ring. The engagement ring Casey and Ralph pick out for April has powers that Hun and the purple dragons want.
Mine's very similar to that.
It kind of had like a I don't know, like the guy, it kind of felt like Gremlins a little bit.
Yeah, well, he was selling like the secret stash of shit, and it's gonna hurt
Yeah,
you eventually.
he's like, here, take this, get out, it's free of charge. And it's like, little did you know, you put the finger on and they turn into like revolting beasts.
And then
And
Casey's just like,
that
"Oh, it's
was,
free ring. All right."
oh yeah, let's do it. And it gives it to April, and she becomes the Beast.
Yes. Good episode.
I thought it was, I don't think there was a real bad episode.
No, I thought they were pretty fun.
Yeah, I thought they all were pretty even.
The man that doesn't die, hacking Stockman. Hacking Stockman while Don focuses on collecting Splinter's data bits, his brothers find themselves pulled into the war between the Foot and the Purple Dragons, but things get a lot worse when the Cyber Shredder finds a way out of the digital realm
Oh
using
God.
Baxter Stockman's cybernetic body. That
Yo,
man,
Baxter, man, I just, I'm at a loss for words.
I was a little
Like
happy to see him. A little
yeah,
excited.
I mean, he's been in everything, so it's just, it's. I mean, I don't think he was in the futuristic episodes, but I
Yeah, he
think there was
was.
like a
He
version
had an
of him.
episode. Yeah.
But he's literally in this cyborg thing, and he's just a brain and an eyeball,
Yep.
and he's inside the head. I just found it funny, like they're walking around with his head, and he's just talking to them.
Yeah.
It's like he refuses to die. Like I think he wants to die at this point in time. Like let me go.
Yeah. But he made a robotic body, so he doesn't need to die anymore.
Well, he also helped Shredder make that portal that turns some what you call it like encrypted code
Yeah.
like animals in the cyber world and turns them like alive, like kind
Yes.
of like transforms them and stuff. So that's kind of like the route that Shredder tries to take. Because this is not like Shredder from back in the day. This is like an ultimate evil version of Shredder that has no real recollection of actually what happened to the real Shredder.
Yeah, he just wants to kill the Turtles.
Yeah, that's his only focus. And he's bigger, he's more badass,
Yeah.
and like I like this version of him because he doesn't have like any sympathy because like if you look at the old Shredder, which was the Neutron, right?
Yeah, the
Um,
neutron. Yeah.
the Neutron, he had a soft spot for Karai,
Yeah.
and in this, which I was upset that we didn't have Karai at all this season,
Yeah.
but
He quit.
yeah,
He's like,
he
fuck
was
y'all.
just a more of a brutal shredder. Like I that was fucking shredder. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? But yes, on to the next one. Uh, I
Episode
I
6.
I loved it. I loved it when you texted me though, and you were like, "Long live Baxter Stockman." I was like, "Yes." Episode 6: Incredible Shrinking. Serling, desperate to return to his own time,
This made me
builds
laugh.
a makeshift time window. Good old Sterling.
His ass bought them anything they wanted and like, yo, get the fuck out so I can get this shit done. He was like, yo,
He
get out of my face.
I I like this episode because like it says he goes back in time and then he interacts with the younger turtles.
Yeah. And he's a
And
toy.
yeah, he's a toy. He shrinks and then he. he's not really a toy. He's portrayed to be a toy because he went back a couple of times.
Yeah.
So he went back, and the guy that owned the toy store later was like, "You were the one that inspired me. I finally got you. Now I can rip you apart." And yeah, uh, he basically tries to stab the turtles in the back, and then helps the turtles help him out. The turtles don't remember him, and then they grow up and he's back to be normal. It's just one of those typical Back to the Future type of things.
Yes. Episode 7, Identity Crisis. Cyber Shredder unleashes a virus that wipes the turtles' memories out, reprogramming them so they work for the Foot. The turtles do the bidding of Master Khan, while April, Casey, and Sterling must work together to save the heroes. This was actually a cool episode because I actually liked the black costumes they had. That was actually pretty dope.
Yeah. No, they were like foot soldier brainwashed turtles,
Yeah.
and they deserve a toy line.
Yeah, those are. I think they actually had toys. I think they had action figures of those.
Because I thought that was pretty dope as well.
Yeah,
And what's a turtle show without the turtles being brainwashed to be evil at some point in time?
there you go.
You know what I mean? So, episode 8, Web Wranglers, the cartoon adventures of a quartet of crime fighters who become half human, half turtle due to the leak of radioactive material. This is just the team up that
Yeah,
we always get of all those heroes, and they're old, and then they come back, and it's like the Incredibles with the Ninja Turtles and Turtle Titan,
yeah,
which we need a figure of as well.
yes. He actually has a couple figures too.
I believe it. I just want a NECA one.
There you go. I'm surprised that NECA hasn't. I'm surprised Super Seven hasn't made one yet, because they do like the redo the figures for the old school ones. Episode 9, Super Quest. Super Quest. The good news is the turtles have found more of Spencer's lost data bits. The bad news is they're embedded within an interface of Mikey's favorite online video game, Super Quest. So this is pretty much like Dungeons and Dragons, and if you played Baldur's Gate, this is pretty much a quest game that they all had different characters and shit. I thought it was cool. I actually enjoyed this episode.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. I agree, but it's just I feel like they're throwing everything at us, like everything that made the show good. I felt like they just threw it all in there. Besides, like the what you call it the tournament.
Yeah,
I feel like everything that has happened in this show, they had a quick little nod to in this last season, like a last hurrah.
yeah.
Which one?
Episode 10.
10? 10. Virtual reality check. Shredder makes the turtles believe they have left cyberspace when they are really still giving him important information on how to build a portal.
Pretty much.
What you call it? Yeah, so my bad.
So good.
Yeah, I thought it was a good episode because it like it says it was it was like the make believe world around them to make it seem like they were actually home, but in reality they were still in the thing. So they eventually had to harness their powers and realize that they were still in the cyber world.
Yep. Episode 11. Actually, the last three episodes I think were some of my favorites, and I think how they all come together, it was pretty great. City Under Siege is the next episode. This is with the Foot reassembled, and his powers greater than ever. The Shredder hacks into New York City computer grid and brings the city to its knees. The Turtles take the rooftops and to try to stop him.
Typical fucking Shredder. He just does not stop. He's a Brazilian shit.
Yes, not as
Do you
resilient
like this?
as Baxter Stockman, because that man is an eyeball and a brain.
Well, this Shredder is just literally a digital form of him that's just badass. So.
Yeah,
It's funny because I'm reading the synopsis on Google and everything,
yeah.
and they shows that there's an episode 14.
That I think that's Turtles Forever.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll see. Um,
We'll see.
so episode 12. Yes. Superpower struggle. The cartoon adventures of a courtlet of crime fighters who become half human, half turtle due to why is it saying the same shit?
Yeah.
Google, you're messing up. You're
I'll
messing shit up, yo.
I read mine.
Yeah, go ahead, read yours, because I'm
Superpower
not on my.
struggled when Raph gets a hold of a cape that grants him superpowers and impresses the Justice Force, invites him to join the ranks, and Mikey gets super jealous. The cape was pretty much Green Lantern, and I actually thought this episode was kind of cool. Mikey was a hater.
Oh yeah, I mean Raphael was a hater too. Like they
Yeah,
literally ripped the thing in half and like had half the powers. One can fly, one can turn.
yeah,
Um, I enjoyed the episode. It was fun. It was a good lead up to the finale,
yes,
which you can read because actually no, the last episode 13, Wedding Bells and Bites or Bits. The
bits.
Turtles and Master Splinter get ready for April and Casey's wedding. So finally, Casey and April are getting married, and they invite everybody through the multiverse. You got to see Usagi Yojimbo and that
Yeah,
Rhino dude,
Jen. Yeah,
that cheap fuck.
yeah.
He
that
tried
was
to steal the wedding gift.
he lays from us. I
But
actually love that
overall, that
character.
it was just a big mashup, come together, and you know,
Yeah, you saw a lot of people from the past, from the first seasons to the middle seasons to even the current ones, and you see them all get together and for Casey's wedding, but without the foot soldiers all coming into having a big battle and stuff like that. I actually thought the episode was really fun, and I thought it was a really good way to end the show.
yeah, I agree. I agree. It was kind of sad,
Yeah.
bittersweet, but ultimately it had to come to an end.
Yes. Yes.
Like, was it
Um,
designed this way, or did the ratings was just going up?
I think this is when CW was taking the cartoons directly off of they took the cartoons directly off of Channel 11, and at that time they just wrapped up the season. They did Turtles Forever, which that was after Nickelodeon bought Ninja Turtles.
Okay.
So Nickelodeon bought Ninja Turtles, and that's around 2008, and that's when they did
Well,
Turtles
did
Forever.
Nickelodeon do Turtles Forever?
Yes, that was their producer. And then they show
So
the
then,
replays
so
of
then
all
that's
these. Yeah,
2010. They did that in 2010.
2010. So they bought Turtles in 2008. They released the 2003 series on Nickelodeon. They also showed a lot of the older cartoon on Nickelodeon. And then in 2008 they did they did it for fan service anyway for to 2000 for the just to have a goodbye for that season for that series. So they did the movie. They produced it on the Nickelodeon. It was like on Nickelodeon prime time and shit. And then 2012 they made the new Ninja Turtle series.
Okay. So the Nickelodeon had every intention of continuing rebooting and starting its own version of the Turtles,
Yep.
but then wanted to give a nod to what was already there, so they came out with Turtles Forever,
Mhm.
and then we got a pretty badass movie, might I
Yeah. Probably. I think is ranked number two in all of our
add.
movies.
Sorry. Oh yeah, I would assume it is. It's definitely up there. Is
Yes.
one of the top,
But
and
yes, that's our
I
rank.
definitely say that I definitely say that we revisit that.
Yes. So that'll be our next Shell Shock. We'll be revisiting Turtles Forever. After that, we'll be kicking off with season one of Turtles 2012.
Which I'm very excited for because before I knew you, before I went to Metro North Railroad, which I met you there, I
Yes.
actually DVR'd it and started watching it because I was actually very excited to get a new TV show to watch
Yeah.
and very excited that I could start a turtle show from the beginning. And I ended up DVRing the first 10 episodes, watched the 10 episodes, and then I never went back to it.
Yes. So we'll
So
be going through that.
I'm happy to actually go and do that.
Yes. So we have, I think, 6 seasons altogether of that series. And then also they did a couple specials between that. So that'll be the 2012 series. And then after that is Rise, and then after that is the last one that came out on Paramount. So
Okay.
we got two series. Talking about the 2012 series, NECA announced that they are doing the 2012 Turtles, with Mikey and Leo being the first two figures.
Oh, that's dope. I gotta remember how they looked because I forgot what they actually looked like. But we will be starting that up soon.
Yes.
So um, I just remember their faces being like really boxed out.
More like I think Mikey had like a little circle face, and then they're a bit more like they're CG, so they're like more 3D and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But I actually really enjoyed the series. I think this 2012 series has my favorite Splinter, so I'm excited to see what you think of that Splinter.
I remember him a little bit, but
Yeah.
I have. Have you watched any of the new show?
Yes, I finished it. It was
That's
pretty good.
based after the Seth Rogen
Yes.
movie.
It was funny. It was fun. So it goes into two parts. It's 6 episodes of the first half and 6 episodes of the second half. The one thing I'll say, and just not spoil the episodes and stuff. It's so Jackie Chan didn't do the voice of Splinter. How they took care of that was in the first 6 episodes, Splinter wanted to talk more in his native tone, so he spoke rat to the turtles. So you just hear him
Okay,
squeaking.
that's
And then
crazy.
in the second half, it was like Raphael was telling the story in Splinter's voice, and he was acting like he's Splinter, and he's talking like Splinter,
Okay.
and that's how they did it.
Did they use the cast of like the kids and stuff?
Yes, they used. I think they did quite a few of them. Not everyone, but quite a few of them.
Okay.
Sadly, Bebop
Well,
and Rocksteady wasn't in it, but
because I don't really know too much. I just keep seeing pictures of
yeah.
it.
But the
So I
animation was pretty
figured I'd
cool,
ask you.
and it kind of kept the same humor it had, so I enjoyed it.
All right. Well, that's something to look forward to because what? How many seasons? How many shows we got left?
So we have 2012 Rise of the Turtles, and that also has a movie, and then we have that series and with the movie,
Okay.
and that's it.
And that's it.
That's it, and then
Which
we'll
we will
probably
figure out how to
branch out to the
continue the cast
comics. We could
afterwards.
branch out to the games. It's a lot of stuff with Turtles, so we'll still be running amok. Other than that, there's a lot of figures announced with NECA. Again, the 2012 series got announced, but other than that, like a lot of the special figures, I was not really intrigued with. Like the Christmas ones, I did not like.
They're coming out with a Christmas one.
Yeah, it's based off their Christmas special, and it's pretty much the concert turtles with Christmas hats on. Not
Okay.
not
Yeah.
not as cool looking though.
I haven't really been diving down into anything wise because I gotta move soon.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I understand. Same here. I just didn't
yeah, I
really
mean,
care for them.
I saw the black and white monsters and
Those
stuff
were
like
cool.
that. With me and you are still eagerly waiting for the damn shredder to come out.
Yeah,
I might be taking a break from collecting for a little bit, but
yeah,
the second that shit drops, I'm dead.
yeah. That makes sense. Other than that, there's no other turtle news. Right now we just talked about the figures. There is they actually have a new game out based off the Mutant Mayhem movie, but I heard it wasn't that great. Um, so I didn't play it yet. Also the Shredder's Revenge added Mondo Gecko and Mona Lisa on there. So if you do have that game, I think it's $10 for all the DLC, and you get Usagi, you get Usagi, you get Karai, you get Mondo Gecko, and you get Mona Lisa, and you get the special stages and shit. So if you're playing Shredder's Revenge, go ahead, get that.
I
Um,
played it and played it with you.
yes, it's a great game.
I thought it was a good. I thought it was a good game. It was classic beat 'em up, fucking. You know what I mean? It was
Yes.
it gave a nod to all the old school video games. It was
Alright.
not bad at all.
So, Overall, the season that we just watched, what you review it, 1 to 5.
I give. I wish it was longer. Um, I wish. I don't know. I wish Shredder could have had more time outside and them battling it out. And I
Yeah,
wish Karai was still in it, but I'll give it a 4-3.
I'll go 4 to 5. I thought it was a great
Four
season.
two
I
five.
thought it did good. I wish that last episode was a two-parter. I think they could have did
Yeah,
more with that.
I felt like
Um,
they rushed it and they just tried to give like a finale. You know
yeah,
what I
I
mean?
feel the same way. I feel the same way.
They're like, let's
Um,
just get this shit done.
yeah, pretty much. But overall, it was a good series. It was a good season. It was a good Turtle series to go through because 2003 I think is going to be up there as one of the best series of Ninja Turtles. Probably the most comic accurate ones too. Like it was really hard based off the Mirage comics. So if you look at a lot of those things, they took a lot from those.
Okay. Well, let's just say nothing is. We are nowhere near being done yet
Yeah, yeah.
because we still have a lot of turtles
All
to
right.
go through.
We keep it short and sweet. We wrap this up. This is the Odd Shell Shock podcast. Thank you for listening. I'm Mark the Mic. You find me on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, Twitch, and TikTok. All Mark with the Mic. Also follow Red Cycle Inc. on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, WordPress, and SoundCloud. Check out all our other casts. We have the Morphin cast, which we're gonna start working on right after this because we gotta watch a whole Sentai of
Yes,
Gozer. So we gotta
a
start
whole
working on
Sentai for a half a season.
it. Yes.
It's set up for failure. Not the Sentai, but the other show.
Oh,
It's like it's already set
The
up
Sentai. I'm about 15 episodes in, and it's not that great.
because I'm about to start it.
I just
So
want to finish it. I am in the point of I just want to finish it.
just
So
get
I'm
it done
just
and over
like
with.
trooping through it right now. But the Sentai after it is gonna be fantastic.
All right. Well, we'll definitely look into that. But you can follow me on the Real Tatsuo up on Instagram. I don't have any of the things that he said, but you can also follow the Popcorny Podcast on Spotify and Popcorny 1975 on Instagram. That's kind of in limbo at the moment in time, but it will be brought back up as soon as living situations get better. But you can go and check that out. Go and check out Tyler Lose on his TikTok, Instagram, all the stuff that he does. He does a lot of streaming, twitching, and stuff. But yeah, everything will be back up and running shortly with that. But always just shouts out to Game On, retro video game store based out of Long Island, three separate locations, one in Smithtown, one in Villa Place, one in Patchogue, satisfying all your retro video game needs. Also, check out the Game On Retro Video Game Arcade, one in Smith Haven Mall in Lake Grove, and the other in Tanger Outlets in Riverhead. A lot of fun
Go play
uh
Turtles there.
for all ages and everything like that. I was going on my birthday, and my birthday will be coming up within the next few months, and we will be going there.
Yes. Yeah, we are.
Yes,
All
we
right.
will.
Peace out, laters, and always remember, I guess fuck Zordon because
Yeah, fuck
Spencer is
Jordan.
actually cool in this series.
Yeah, I know. I was just gonna say that he's not robbing people for sashimi.
He's just taking it.
Exactly. He's like, this is mine.
Exactly. I'm excited for a 2012 series. I think you're gonna like it. I think there's gonna be a little longsome at some points, but I think a lot of the stories and a lot of the playing homage of shit you don't like.
Well, we will be getting that done in due time. So
And one
one
thing
season at a time, one show at a time, one cast at a time.
I will say one thing. In season 3, you have Robert Englund and the Crypt Keeper. They talk characters.
I know who the Crypt Keeper is. He's the guy who did the voice for Roger Rabbit, and
Yeah.
he's in Tales from the Crypt Demon Knight. I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yes. Yes. So, all right.
All right,
Peace
well,
out.
something to look forward to.